Hey guys, your boy Mr. Meat back, and early kickoff finally actually paid off for us. Normally I wake up for these early kickoffs and my whole weekend is ruined because we either perform bad or the result hasn't gone our way and all that jazz. But today the result went our way. 4 goals, 4-1 win at a stadium that we've never performed well at in the past. Like I said in the preview, 3-3 and 3-1 loss. We've never had good performances, and Brentford were always going to be that team that I predicted a 2-1. I predicted 2-1, and it was going to be a sticky one, but it turned out that our performance levels were there, and since the Arsenal game, it looks like the team actually know what they want from this season now. And if you haven't already seen my reactions to 4-1, go over to my TikTok, and all my reactions to those goals are going to be on there. They might not be on there. They should be on there by the time I put this video out. So hopefully you get to see my reactions to that. Like I said to everyone, my live reactions to that game will always be on Twitch for now. So if you haven't already followed me on Twitch, then make sure you do. And if you are watching this and haven't already subscribed to me, then please do. It helps your boy grow on this channel and continue to do what I want to do on here. But enough of all that bullshit. 4-1 is kind of overshadowed by the injuries that we picked up. Obviously, we already knew we had two injuries going into this game, with Allison with a suspected hamstring injury, and obviously Trent Alexander-Arnold was out for a couple of weeks with his knee problem as well. So there were two injuries that we knew about going into this game. In this game, first half alone, we lost two people. I mean, technically three, but we lost two people. Curtis Jones went off, and he had his head in his t-shirt, and that's a little telltale sign that it's more serious than we think. I'm hoping it's not majorly serious because obviously, I don't, that guy actually performed amazing today. I mean, like I said, I'm a big admirer of Harvey Elliott, and I wanted to see Harvey Elliott start. But Curtis Jones is one of those names. At the start of the season, I was sat there like, do I see a future for this guy at Liverpool? And it was he started off amazing, and then he had that spell again in the middle where I thought, he's slipping into that player that I thought he was gonna, that I always seen him as. But he's again stepped up his levels, and this injury is massive because in that midfield, Curtis Jones is stepping up and doing roles where I thought, doing roles that I thought weren't expected of him, and he's still doing it. So that was injury number one. The second injury was the massive one of Diego Jota, who's turning out like he's only just come back from a serious spell away, and he was turning out to be one of our most crucial members of our team, even with Salah in the picture. Like Salah was in the picture today, and I know he's only just come back from injury, so he was never going to start the game in the first place. But I feel like Jota was one of those names that was more cemented into the lineup than Salah himself. So we did get Salah on in the pitch, but Jota's injury, and he was another one. Little telltale signs. He had his head in his hands. So those two signs for me, I picked up on, and I'm looking at those injuries as more significant than what we're originally thinking. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping the injuries aren't really long term, and they're just like a couple of weeks. And even saying a couple of weeks, that's gonna be massive for us anyways, considering the games we got. So we got Luton in the midweek. Then we got the Cabbage Cup final next weekend. And then we got FA Cup action. Like the games are coming thick and fast. And obviously Europa League will be kicking off soon again as well. So the games aren't going to get easy. The games are going to come thick and fast. So our team depth needs to be strong now. Like all the youngsters that are coming through for us, they all step up and whatnot. But I don't want to get to a period. I don't want to get to a phase like we had like when we were in COVID, where we had like Nat Phillips and Reece Williams filling in for us. I don't want that. We still have a lot of like regulars in there. Like Salah coming back from injury is massive for us, and obviously a lot of people will be on the verge of it. Like we've got cover, and we look at it today. When Salah came on, he covered very well. He did the job. When Curtis Jones went off, we had who came on? Who came on? Who came on? Gravenberch. Like Gravenberch filled in the job. So we have the team. We have the players in our use to use and fill in for the positions that are being injured. Obviously, Darwin Nunes. I don't know how serious that is. I didn't even know he was injured until I seen Gakpo warming up at break. So it'll be interesting to see what the situation with Darwin Nunes is. I'm hoping it's just a knock because he looked fine. He played the first half amazingly, and it was only at half time where I seen Gakpo coming on. I was like, okay, well, that's definitely Darwin coming off. Um, so I don't know what the ins and outs on Darwin Nunes situation is, but I'm hoping again it's nothing serious because he's a nuisance to defenses. Like even when he's not scoring goals, that guy is doing bits left, right, and center on the pitch to cause a problem. I don't know if you can hear the drilling from outside, but someone's doing drilling outside, and it's kind of annoying me. But yeah, I'm hoping my mic doesn't pick up on that, but it might. It might, and if it does, I'm sorry in advance. But like I said, mate, Darwin Nunes filthy goal, which makes me go on to talk about that game. Darwin Nunes, Jota's awareness to not even do anything stupid, just glance the ball into Darwin Nunes' path, and then Darwin Nunes, he's 1-on-1, and I'm looking at him like he's taking a lot of time here. And when you're 1-on-1 with a keeper, if you're taking a lot of time, that puts a lot of doubt in your mind as a normal striker. You're like, what should I do here? What should I do? What should I do? It's too much time. Too much time's gone. But this guy is on confidence now, and that's the confident striker there to dink it over Flecken from the position that he was in. Was unreal because he could have done the fairly FIFA thing to do and just like pull it back a bit because Jota was with him. Jota could have had a tap in, but Darwin Nunes took it on, and if Darwin missed that, he would have looked like a right twat. Like I'm not being funny, he would have looked like a right thought. But he did what was expected. He finished it off, and it was clean. It was crisp. It was one of the better finishes I've seen him do. So we went into half time at 1-0, but like I said, the first half was overshadowed with anything good that we did. We had 3 injuries. So you're thinking, as a Brentford fan, you're probably coming into the second half thinking, you know what, they've just suffered 3 injuries to 3 of their most influential players on the pitch in that first half. Brentford coming out second half thinking, you know what, we can do this. But the substitutions we made, Salah was on the pitch, so McAllister's goal was very well worked. The way he just manages to, that first touch from McAllister's goal was unreal because he takes it away from the defender. The defender's going to the left, he moves the ball onto the right, and then he just pokes it in. Clinical finish. And then Salah does what Salah does best, you know what I mean? Like I think Flecken got a hand to Salah's goal, but 3-0. We're sat there, we're comfortable. It's easy days, happy days. Then we get the best of Kelleher, and I've said this so many times. Kelleher is the best second choice keeper we've had in a long time. He's too good to be second choice. That's how good he is. And I won't be surprised if eventually he does move on from us because he is too good to be second choice. And if he wants to be Ireland's number one, he's gonna have to leave us at some point. And it's gonna be a sad day because as a second choice keeper, I'm so grateful that we have him. But like I keep saying, he is too good to be a second choice keeper. He's way too good, and he proved it. Like Ivan Toney's goal, right? Don't get me wrong, clinical from Toney, but the first shot that Kelleher made the save to was powered. It was leathered into the bottom right, and Kelleher got down and saved it. If you want to be overcritical, yeah, you can say maybe Kelleher shouldn't have put it out there. He could have put it a bit wider, but it was powerful shot, driven low bottom right, and he got down and saved it. And it was a fine save, but it was just unfortunate that the rebound went straight to Toney. You got to give him props. He had McAllister flying in at him, and he managed to convert it. But at 3-1, you're sat there like, next goal is pivotal. Brentford make it 3-2, and it's game on, and anything could happen going into the final last minutes of this game. But we reacted well, and we went down the other end. Cody Gakpo made the most of a lot of shit defending from Brentford. Brentford's defending on that fourth was very, very poor. They had a lot of kicks at the ball, and everyone just missed their kicks completely, and it went for Gakpo was through, and he made it 4-1. But in general, I think the Liverpool performance deserved the win. We did everything that we needed to do in this game to get the win. But obviously, everyone is going to look at this game, and the injuries are going to overshadow the performance because we did lose 3 big players in that game. But that adding on to the 2 that we'd already lost going into the game. So we lost 3 in game, and we lost 2 before the game even kicked off. But I'm happy with the people that came on. Obviously, Salah, we expect him to do bits every time he does come on anyways. Gravenberch, I've been one of his major critics. I haven't seen enough of him, and I wasn't ever impressed with the stuff that he was doing for us in the games. But today he stepped up. He did what he was expected of him, and obviously Gakpo as well. Gakpo, I've not been critical of him, but I've just wanted to see more of him. And we've seen some of him today, and obviously I'm expecting Gakpo to start on Wednesday when we go against Luton now, with all the injury problems that we are suffering. If Darwin's not fit by then, I think Gakpo will start. I think Diaz, Gakpo, Salah will be our front three on that day. Um, I don't think Jones will be fit by Wednesday either, so I think Gravenberch will get another opportunity to shine and prove himself. I think Conor Bradley did. I missed the guy. Obviously, he had to go take time with his family, but obviously, it was the two games that he missed was how much, like, those two games really showed that how much this guy was actually doing for us at right back. Because when he didn't perform, when he didn't play, you seen that little gap in right back where you sat there like Bradley would have covered that. And as a youngster coming into the team, you're sat there like, that's a youngster still. So when you're saying someone like, oh, Bradley would have covered that, Bradley would have done this, that's big for a youngster, you know. Fans are saying, oh, Bradley this, Bradley that. Like, that's massive. He's got a very bright future at Liverpool. This was one of the first few games where I think Robertson was a lot closer to the fitness levels that I'm expecting of him, or Liverpool expect of him anyways. The amount of running he was doing, he had a few sloppy moments. I feel like he could have given in the penalty box alone. I feel like he had one or two sloppy moments where he could have given a penalty away. But in general, I was happy with him, and I thought he was looking more like the Robertson of before his injury, which was going to happen anyways. A couple of games of playing football, and you're more at the levels that you were going to be at before. Virgil had another good game. Konate, as usual, he stepped up again. That centre back pairing makes Kelleher's life a lot easier as well. That's probably one of the best centre back pairing as well right now. Endo's another one. Like, my guy, like, when we signed him, I'll be honest. I was sat there like, why are we signing this guy? It's only like, everyone's putting stats out there. He's only Bundesliga, blah blah blah. But he's one of the signings. And I haven't said this in a long time, but every game he makes me love him that bit more. And Endo is that warrior and I genuinely don't know. I don't know how. I don't know how. I didn't expect us to love him that much, but Endo is unreal, and he's becoming that player that everyone seems to love that bit more. McAllister, another one. Like, bro, when you think about it, we signed McAllister for £30 million. And that's a bargain. In today's market, that's a bargain. And every time he steps up on the pitch, that just looks like even more of a bargain than it once did before in the past. Like, it's unreal that we signed that guy for 30 million. He got a goal today, but I'm not even looking at that goal. I'm looking at his overall play in the midfield position. Like, with Endo being a CDM, McAllister's given that freedom to push up a lot more. And I'm seeing a new game to him. Like, he does that CDM role so well for us anyways. But with Endo there, I'm getting to see the McAllister that what we actually signed him for. This is the McAllister that we signed. When he does CDM, he's just doing a role that he can do anyways. We didn't sign him for the CDM role. We signed him to be more attacking midfield anyways. And we're seeing that. And this guy, £30 million bargain of the century, in my honest opinion. Diaz is looking a lot more like Diaz of of once upon a time. And I think the confidence levels of all our attackers are grinding, and it's gaining, and we're seeing a lot more of it. And I'm grateful to see it. My man of the match, in my honest opinion, it could have gone to any of these mans, but I'm putting it on Endo. I think Endo was such a good player in that game. He broke down any attempt that Brentford wanted to go forward, and that made it so much more easier for attackers to pounce and create something that they wanted to create. But Endo is my man of the match. Like, I love the fucker now. I'm a big Endo fan, a massive Endo fan. And at the start of the season, I probably wasn't. At the start of the season, I was probably one of those people, one of those major Liverpool fans that was saying, "Why are we signing this guy? We don't need him. What's he gonna do for us? He's got 2 seasons left in him." But the way that guy runs around, that guy's got more than 2 seasons left in him. Like, he might not be in his prime, and he might be on the decline, But even on the decline, this guy seems to be doing a better job than Fabinho did on his decline. So if that's how he's going to perform every game, and he put a shift in, you could see this guy was dripping sweat at the end of the game. Like every game I see this guy coming off the pitch, he's dripping sweat. But genuinely, a mad performance. Weekend hasn't been ruined. Weekend has just got better. It's now over to you, Arsenal, Man City. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what you guys can do, and if you can keep up with us. But that's what I have to say about this game. Like it was a solid performance. Like, but obviously the injuries will overshadow the performances of our team. But we did the job. We did everything that was expected of us. Let's hope that the injuries aren't serious, and we know we've not lost these guys to long-term injuries. But we go on to Luton at home on Wednesday. And if you want to see me live reacting to that game over on Twitch, then make sure you do go over the Twitch channel and follow me there. But like I said, I'll put a match preview out maybe on Tuesday or Monday. I'll see when the press conferences come out for the team updates and whatnot. Once I've seen that, I'll give you the press conference on that. I'll give you the press conference. I'll give you the post-match. I'll give you the pre-match analysis on that. But it's not going to be an easy game. It'll be another one where Luton come out knowing that they need 3 points just as much as we want 3 points. So it'll be a hard game. And then obviously Carabao Cup final next weekend. So there's that as well. A lot to look forward to at Liverpool. A lot to look forward to. We've got one cup final next weekend. And it's the first of 4 maybe. Who knows. But it should be in your boy, Mr. Me. Make sure you do hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Please do show your boy some love. And hit the follow on all my other social medias. Anything I ask you guys to do, it's free. It's free of charge. It won't cost you a single penny, which is standard Indian way. But it's been your boy. Let's have a good weekend. Let's hope to see if Burnley and Man City drop points. Peace.